welcome to Charles County Now. I'm Natasha Anthony. Have you ever wondered how county government really works, or been curious about how county departments function? Or maybe you want an inside view to all that goes on to keep the county running? Well, joining us today is Doria Fleisher. She's a Community Engagement Coordinator, and she's here to talk about a program that aims to answer those questions and many more. Welcome, Doria. Thanks so much for being with Charles County Now.
Thanks so much for having me join today, Natasha.
Of course, and you are welcome. Now, Doria, tell us what this amazing program is that aims to answer questions about county government.
Well, the program I want to talk about today is Citizens Academy, and it is one that is just one component of my job, but is definitely one of my favorite components of my job. Citizens Academy is a program that we run twice a year.
Okay.
We run it in the spring and in the fall. It brings together anybody in Charles County, whether you live here, work here, play here, and gives you a chance to learn about day-to-day operations of county government. We meet once a week on Thursday evenings and eat dinner together as a group, join together, and then learn one department each week. And it's a great way for county to learn what's going on in government, but it's also a great way for our government to hear from some really important members of our community.
That's right, that's right. I love it. So what is the goal of Citizens Academy?
It's two-part. Part of the goal is that we help residents feel engaged and educated. So we bring in residents that say, I want to learn more about what's going on. And we say, did you actually understand that this is how our government functions? These are the departments. This is what they do. This is how you can get more involved. But the other part of that is the objective of having voice from our community come in. So when we have these classes, it's not just, I'm Charles County Government Department of, and I'm here to tell you about. It's a two-way dialogue. We're here to tell you about, and can you give us some feedback? Did you know that we had this? Are you using it? Does it work for you? So it really is a learning experience for the community and for us.
For the government. I see. So just what does a typical session look like in terms of like the Citizens Academy class? I know you said once every week on Thursdays.
Yep. So we run for about 11 weeks. We come in on Thursday evenings. We eat dinner together as a group. Like I said, having a networking feel is a big part of it. So we eat dinner as a group, and then one department presents for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. There's a combination of lecture and some hands-on activities. And then as a group, we debrief and talk about what we learned, how it connects to the other departments we've heard from, and what we want to hear next week and get questions answered. One of my favorite parts about the program is that this all culminates into a class project. So by the end of that, usually 11-week session, the cohort comes together and comes up with something that they keep hearing as an ongoing problem in Charles County, something they've heard our department say, either one department or multiple departments. And they come up with a novel solution that they think would help county government have smoother operations and better engagement with the community.
Okay.
They work on that project, and then they present it at the end as part of their graduation.
Got you. Okay.
Another great component is that we do one Saturday field trip. So along with the Thursday evenings, we come together on one Saturday. We usually get on Van Go, which is our public transportation, and we get to go all.
New.
Yep, I love that part. Yeah, and we get to ride around and see different parts of the county and hear about what it looks like day-to-day operations.
Lovely. So I know that you said it's so what cohort are you into now? I mean, how many have you had, and when did it start?
So the program started. Our first group was 2019.
Okay.
That program was a little bit different. It ran for the entire year, and instead of meeting once a week, it ran once a month. My predecessor ran that. So Renisha Miles, who's now our Chief Equity Officer in the county, ran that program.
Okay.
When Renisha became the Chief Equity Officer, it was actually right in the middle of the COVID pandemic. So we had a gap in Citizens Academies because everything shut down.
Yes.
And then I started in 2021. We had our fall cohort, and we've had a fall and spring cohort since then. So we just concluded our fall 2023 cohort, and I'm already excited for the spring 2024 cohort. We've got new ideas running around and some changes in programming and locations. It's really exciting.
I could imagine. So I've been part of one of your cohorts.
This is a true story.
Yes.
You were my original cohort.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And it was absolutely amazing being a part of that. I didn't get to go on Van Go, but you know what? Maybe I should return.
You should return. So, can I flip? Can I talk to you about your experience? I love that we're able to switch this up. So, I want to hear about what it was like for you in your position. So, you came in just as a brand new community member,
community
right?
member, yeah, because I moved to Charles County in 2019. Of course, as you know, everything shut down with COVID. And then I remember applying, and I applied, I think, in 2020.
For the class that
yes,
never happened.
Never happened.
Yeah.
And then you reached out to me and you said, well, you know, it's happening now. And then I was part of it, and it was truly an amazing experience. And I love the fact that you said it's about educating and engaging, because that's exactly what happened for me. I mean, that's my takeaway. I got an opportunity to engage with, and I got an opportunity to be educated about Charles County. So
that makes me happy to hear that was your experience.
Definitely, and I mean, the truth is, Charles County Now, and me being the host of Charles County Now, is because Doria, as my as the community engagement coordinator of the Citizens Academy, and I had a conversation. It was one of those conversations you have, you know, when class is finished, and then she talks about your passion. And I told her what my passion was, which is broadcasting, and she made this possible. So thank you very much, Doria.
But I don't deserve all the credit. You're welcome.
No.
This is I think the relationship that you and I developed, but also the relationship you developed with Charles County government is what's so important about Citizens Academy. So
definitely.
If you had said to me, you know, what's something somebody could do if they were interested in media, I don't know if I would have had the answer. But in sitting and learning about, you learned about what media does, and then you told me what your interest was, and I thought, well, this is great, and this amazing opportunity
definitely, and
came together.
You made it possible. So I know you were trying to be the humble Doria that you are, but certainly, Doria, you made this possible, because, I mean, you honestly pushed this, and today's the reality, and then here you are. I am talking to you.
You're now the host.
You're my guest.
I love it, and I think those stories are what I want county government to be. We hear so much of, you know, county government's a mess, or I don't feel connected, or I don't know what's going on, and my goal is to reduce that and get people in where they not only know what county government is doing, but can also say, have you thought about this, or how could I get involved?
Exactly.
And I love that you found a way to get more involved and educated.
I certainly did. And you know, one of the things that I learned too during my 11-week session was I know that apart from all the, I mean, we had the field trip, apart from meeting all the, because it was one of those experiences where you're sitting there and these officials are honestly coming to you and bringing you the government, bringing you as a citizen, as a resident of Charles County, they're bringing you all the information that you lack. Like, you honestly are in your home, you're like, I didn't know this happened. And so one of the things, until now, it stuck with me, apart from the fact that I'm here at Charles County government, I mean, you guys are really integral part of me. I don't have my car washed on my driveway anymore, because I recall we had the stormwater management program.
We had the demo come in.
And they talked about the dangers of actually washing your car on your driveway and what it does to the environment.
All that runoff.
Yes, all that runoff.
And you know, it's so funny that you say that, Natasha, because that one presentation where you got to see what could happen with runoff changed that one piece of your behavior.
Definitely did.
And I think it's those changes, you know, I try to live by the motto of never doubt that, you know, that highly committed citizens can change the world. Yeah. You're that citizen changing the world, that one car wash at a time. So to me, that's how we know the program is working, is those little changes along the way. So I want to know more about what your experience was like in terms of giving up that amount of time, getting to meet other people, what sticks with you, what would you recommend?
Certainly. Yeah. So I know for sure I enjoyed it because it was one of those times we were coming out of COVID. And of course, during, even then, going to church was still a matter of doing everything virtually.
We were still very much masked and separated.
Separated, but we were still, I think we were able to connect. We were able to engage with each other. And the fact that my kid and one of my cohort's kids attended the same school, or you know, I mean, I'm jumping. Yes, but definitely out of that program, I learned so much. I learned about the commissions, and of course, I'm all about women empowerment. So I am still trying to get onto the Commission of Women.
Gotcha. So
I'm really trying. Yes,
that's awesome that you want to be involved in the boards and commissions. I love that.
I continue to be part of that, and through your Citizens Academy, and I'm pretty sure you're still knocking at the ears of everyone who's in there. I was part of the Sheriff's Academy.
Yes, and I love that coordination. We the group that I had in spring 2023 just finished the Fall 23 Citizens Police Academy. So our Sheriff's Office offers a similar program, and we try to share participants back and forth. And you know my plan for world domination, Natasha, is that I would love all of our agencies to have academies like this and be able to send residents through where at the end they would kind of say, I'm an expert in, I understand my police, I understand my government, I understand my schools, I understand, because when our residents feel empowered like that, that's when we can start asking them to help make change.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I love that you did the Citizens Police Academy too. Good.
So I would highly recommend Citizens Academy to anyone who lives in Charles County.
That makes me so happy to hear. Thank
you. You're doing an amazing, phenomenal job. So continue doing exactly what you're doing, even when you're tucking your legs under the other one.
Well, I love that. I love that you give me that positive praise, and that does mean so much to me. But also, I'm one person, and our cohorts are usually between 20 and 30 people, which means I'm not the important one in that cohort. Those 20 to 30 people, the people like you that give up their Thursday evenings, that's what matters. And I love that the passion that people come in with, then the education matches that passion. So we have a lot of people that come in who have no idea. One of the questions that I usually get asked on the first night is, well, when is the sheriff's office and the school system going to come in? And I have to explain, we're totally separate. County government actually is not the sheriff's office, not the school system. But once we are able to explain that, then those community members have the power to go back and say, now that I understand, I can make that change. That's
definitely
beautiful.
It is beautiful. So continue doing it. And
thank you.
I mean, I don't know what new things are you doing this year?
So I'm trying to decide how much I should give up as a secret. Let me think about that. We are going to be opening applications for the spring 2024 cohort. It'll run March through May, and we're going to open applications in February.
Okay.
There's a lot of buzz about small business, and I'm hearing a lot of people who are asking about coming to Citizens Academy so they can learn more about becoming a small business component in Charles County.
Okay.
So I think our economic development department and I have been talking about some interesting ways where we could get into some more small businesses. That's not ever been part of our Saturday field trip before.
That would be amazing.
We think we have a creative way to do that as part of the classes.
That would definitely be amazing.
The Saturday field trip continues to kind of grow and develop as we hear what people want. Going to the landfill is always a hit. People love it. Also going to the Mattawoman Wastewater Treatment Center is another big hit. We found ways to also touch on other parts of the county that people don't always get to. So Port Tobacco is a favorite place to visit.
I love there.
But we found ways to explore Port Tobacco with a little bit more of a diversified look. So it's not just the same old, same old.
Definitely. Okay, so I know you said that application process opens in February. Just talk to the audience. How can they get more involved? Where can they find information on Citizens Academy?
So we have a page on the website called Get Engaged, and if you go there, it either has the link to the application if the application's open, or it says the application's not available yet. But click here if you want to be notified when it opens. And anybody who emails me, I will make sure that they get notified when the application opens. It's interesting, the cohort really can only be 20 to 30 people because otherwise it just is too big. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do when it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, because I don't want to turn anyone away, but I also want to hold on to that value
of this small group.
So I don't know, we might end up with more than just 2 Citizens Academies a year. We'll have to come up with some creative ways to do it. But definitely go to the website, check out the Get Engaged page, and you can find out more about Citizens Academy. There's some media content there and anything you need to get get applied.
Awesome. And you say you can live here, work here,
play here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think our goal is to not turn anybody away. If you have an interest in Charles County and you want to feel like an invested stakeholder in Charles County, you can be a part of this program.
So you heard that. You don't have to live here. You just have to perhaps work or play here. Just be an interested stakeholder in Charles County. You could be part of the Citizens Academy. Thank you so much, Doria. So Doria is the Community Engagement Coordinator, and she was talking with us about Citizens Academy. Before we part, is there any parting words you have for the audience?
No, I just so appreciate the opportunity to see you in this role and really see somebody who has taken a part of county government and figured out how to make it an invested part of their life. So thank you for what you do, and I hope that other people see this and think, gosh, I can be just like Natasha Anthony.
That's right. Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Doria. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You definitely made this possible for me, so thank you.
Well, the feeling is mutual.
Oh, thank you. And there you have it. It's Charles County Now. We were talking with Community Engagement Coordinator of Charles County Government, Doria Fleisher. She was talking about how you can get involved or be a part of the Citizens Academy. Remember, application process opens in February, so get to clicking, okay? This is Charles County Now, and I'm Natasha Anthony. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was fun. We should do this all the time.